And now, Sports Director Trevor DeGroot with your home team sports.
The Charlotte Stone Crabs are bracing themselves for a very big weekend series, already with Rays star Kevin Kiermaier and Daniel Robertson making rehab starts. You add in the arrival of sensation Tim Tebow and the St. Lucie Mets, Charlotte Sports Park is going to be the place to be. Whatever you think about Tim Tebow's jump into baseball, one of the great benefits of his time in the minor leagues has been the buzz around the Florida State League and the dramatic increase in tickets and merchandise. Tebow Mania will invade Port Charlotte Saturday and last until Tuesday when the St. Lucie Mets visit the Charlotte Stone Crabs for a 4-game series. Only reserved seats are available for Saturday night's game, and Sunday's afternoon contest is free to the community. Mix in Rays star Kevin Kiermaier, and it's bound to be a very big draw. Stone Crabs General Manager Jared Forma is ready for the big crowds over the next 4 days.
We didn't really add that many promotions, but the buzz has been tremendous. You definitely see an uptick in ticket sales. Our phones have been a lot busier. He creates a buzz and people want to come out and see him. So obviously we have to do some preparations in advance for that, make sure we have the proper staffing. Fortunately, we run spring training every year here for the Rays, so we're used to large crowds on a regular basis during spring training, so it's probably a little bit easier for the teams in our league.
Ready to rock and roll. Kiermaier and Robertson are only expected to be in town for that opener on Saturday night. That'll be the big one. The Rays mean business in the figurative and literal sense. The front office continues to strengthen its bullpen before the trade deadline Monday. Today, Erasmo Ramirez was sent back to the Seattle Mariners in exchange for right-handed reliever Steve Cishek. I'll get it right, to go along with Sergio Romo and Dan Jennings joining this week. And they may need all of them because the Rays surrendered another late lead, winding up losing to the Yankees in extra 6-5 on Thursday, though it wasn't completely Alex Colomé's fault. Despite giving up a leadoff triple in the ninth to Brett Gardner, the lead was lost on a slow ground ball by Gary Sanchez that rolled right between Adeiny Hechavarria and Tim Beckham, which tied the game and forced extras. Hechavarria said afterwards he wasn't used to that type of infield setup with that shift and was unsure how to play it, though Beckham believed they both understood that to attack that play, but turned out not to be the case. Gardner would end up winning the game for New York in the 11th with a walk-off solo home run. Game 2 is tonight. Austin Pruitt goes for the Rays opposite Masahiro Tanaka. First training camp practice for the Bucs taking place this morning at One Buck Place in what hopes to be the first step towards the playoffs for the first time in a decade. Some highlights of the day: Jameis Winston throwing those darts to Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, and rookie Chris Godwin, who hauled in a nice tipped pass that really impressed the crowd in the attendance. Gerald McCoy got a little too close to Jameis Winston and head coach Dirk Cutter's comfort and liking, forces a strip sack, and Robert Ayers catches the ball. It wasn't perfect by any stretch and was scorching hot as expected for the entire practice, but the Bucs are glad to be back in front of their fans.
I think we had a good first day. There was no shortage of sun. There was no shortage of humidity. But there was also no shortage of fun, man. We had a blast today.
You know, we strive for perfection. It wasn't perfect, but it's exciting to be out here, man. It's exciting to be back. It's exciting to have the fans cheering your name, and it was electric out here.
Tell you what, there's a lot of buzz going on, guys. You got training camp just starting up with the Bucs. The Rays are in the playoff hunt. And just this weekend with Tim Tebow coming to town, it's going to be crazy with all that's going on, especially down at Charlotte Sports Park. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the 18th is right around the corner of football season.
Big sports weekend.
Of course, absolutely. So, yeah, I urge the people out there, if you want to take a trip down or are already in Port Charlotte, get your tickets and see what you can do to find out what to do, because I think Saturday's already sold out. Sunday is going to be free to the community.
Packed.
Yeah,
free
you
to
would
the
think
community
it would be
already.
Standing room only at that point.
Exactly. So there's very few seats for Monday's game already and for Tuesday as well. So I would urge you guys to go onto the Charlotte Stone Crabs website or call in, do what you got to do. Just
great ambiance to be out there.
And you really don't see like the seats full in these games. They're pretty small. So for this, it's been a huge impact what Tim Tebow has done. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Trevor, thank you, and thanks for joining us.